Assalamualaikum and hi, have a good day everyone. My name is Nur Edina Patricia binti Suwardi. My matric number is 2025892054 and I'm from group KAD 11118. So for the subject VCS128 Introduction to Social and Cultural Studies, I'll be presenting about social science tools under the guidance from Madam Normanziana binti Hassan. Okay, so I will make an introduction into social science terms. In social science, many terms are used to explain how people interact, behave, and adapt with a society. This concept helps us to understand why communities change, how culture mix, and how individuals respond to their social environment. By learning key terms such as culture, socialization, acculturation, and assimilation, we can understand the processes that shape human relationships and everyday life. Social science terms act as tools that allow us to analyze society in a meaningful way. Okay, so the first subtopic is acculturation. Acculturation derives from the word culture. It is a process which an individual or group adopts the practices and values of one culture while still retaining their own culture of origin. It is also said a minority culture, adopting elements of the majority culture, as is typically the case with immigrants groups that are culturally or ethnically distinct from the majority in the place which they have immigrated. To explain more clearly, I give some of examples for acculturation. First, we have Baba Nyonya cuisine. Okay, back in the 16th century, Chinese immigrants blended their food traditions with local Malay ingredients and cooking style. That's how we got a unique peranakan or Nyonya dishes that we know today, and it is a perfect mix of two cultures in one plate. Okay, so the second one is Tengkera Mosque in Malacca. This mosque is special because it combines Islamic architecture with Chinese decorative designs. So when you see the building, you can clearly spot the mix of both cultural influences. And it is very unique because it is the only one mosque that have this type of architectural design. And lastly, we have the open house tradition. This is something very common in Malaysia, especially during festivals like Hari Raya or Chinese New Year. Families open their homes to everyone, no matter their races or religion. It's one of the best examples of how Malaysians share and celebrate culture together. And now we move to assimilation. Assimilation derives from the word similar. It's a cultural process where a minority group or individual slowly adopts the other culture, language, values, or lifestyle of the dominant group until they become more similar to that group in a country. Over time, their original cultural identity becomes less visible or mixed with the dominant culture. So, for example, we have Chiti community. The Chiti, also known as the Chetty or Chetty Malacca and India's Peranakan, are an ethnic group whose members are of primarily Taiwan descent, founding mainly and initially in Malacca. The Chettis speak in Malay much proper to their community, which is mixed with many Tamil loan words, but the Chettis don't speak fluently in Tamil itself. And then we can see assimilation through marriage among Malay Muslims. Usually, when someone marries a Malay Muslim, their partner, especially if they are from a different culture or religion, they will start to adopt the Malay lifestyle and Islamic practices. For example, they will convert to Islam, learn how to pray, fast during Ramadan, and follow halal food rules. Over time, they will naturally become part of the Malay Muslims' culture in their daily life. So, this kind of marriage is actually a strong example of cultural assimilation, especially in Malaysia. And now we move on to the last subtopic in social science term, which is social control. So, what is social control? Basically, social control is how a culture or society keeps everything in order, like how people's behavior is guided or controlled so everyone follows the right norms and rules. Social control helps to maintain peace, avoid conflicts, and make sure people act in ways that they are accepted by society. There are actually two types of social control, which is formal and informal. Formal means official rules like laws or school regulations, while informal is more like social pressure, for example, from our family, friends, peers, or community that reminding you to behave properly. Formal social controls refers to the use of official, written, and structured rules to maintain order through clear authority, legal power, and official enforcement in society. So, government, police, courts, school institutions, and workplace managements are part of who carries it out. And the last one, informal social control. refers to the use of unwritten social and cultural expectation to influence behavior. So, family, peers or friends, neighbors, community, and religions are some parts of carries it out. Now we have reached the conclusion. So, to conclude, in Malaysia, acculturation, assimilation, and social control play important roles in shaping social harmony within a multicultural society. So, when combining all of this together, these processes support stability and cohesion in Malaysia's diverse social landscape. Okay, so that's all from me. Thank you so much for listening. I hope you guys gain some knowledge and learn something new from my presentation today. Also, big thanks to Madam Yomaziana, or as we know her as Madam Aziz, for giving me this opportunity to share my topic. So, thank you once again. Bye.